You need a RAG, but you don't know it yet. In this video, I'll do two things. Number one, explain why you need a RAG. And number two, I spent hours trying to figure out how to use a RAG, but it's not that easy. In this tutorial, I'll give you a step-by-step guide on how to properly set it up so you can actually use it. So first of all, why do you need a RAG? Well, AI is good at searching for things on the internet, but it knows nothing about you. It doesn't know your schedule, doesn't know your emails, doesn't know any messages that you have. So what can a RAG do for you? Let me illustrate. I've uploaded a lot of things related to the project I'm working on. And my colleague is Ben, and I uploaded the messages that Ben and I have sent each other, some emails, some documents about our project. So let's ask it something about Ben. What did Ben and I discuss last? So it's running n8n, querying the database, and it's able to come back and say the discussion that last took place on December 25th was welcoming back from the holiday. Great. So this is a great start. Okay, so let's ask it another question. What are the key topics we've discussed over time? So we talked about company finances, project planning, community engagement, success strategies, personal health. So, after every meeting, it can upload the data to your RAG, and then you can ask it, what were the discussion points, what are the key messages, summarize all the meetings for me, do a lot of amazing things. Another example, I read a book by Billy Broas, and I keep forgetting about the information in the book, so I put in a RAG with my notes, and I ask it, what are the key elements of a good website according So there you go. I read the book, and now I can use my notes, and hey, a good website requires a good header, value proposition, the guide. So the information I learned from a book I can easily retrieve. So now you understand why you need a RAG. So let's go into setting up the RAG for yourself. First of all, you need to download this n8n flow, and then once you have it, all you need to do is go import and import from file and import this entire flow. It'll be all there for you. Let me quickly run you through the high level of what it does. It relies on setting up a Google Drive folder, right? So you need to connect your Google account, and then you need to choose the folder that you plan to put all your documents in. In my document, I've just uploaded a lot of different things like PDFs, emails, images related to a project I'm working on. You could do whatever you want, upload whatever you want, notes, your schedule, whatever it is. When a new file arrives into the Google Drive, it'll split it depending on what format it is. Currently, it only supports PDF, text files, Excels, and Google Docs. So you have those, it will insert into your Supabase vector store, which is your database, and I'll go into how to set that up. And then when you upload your files, it'll just basically delete the old ones, delete the information from your database, and refresh it with some new data so it doesn't duplicate. So this is the important part. This is the part where you can chat with n8n when you come in here, press the chat, and it connects to OpenAI. So you'll need to go to OpenAI and register for an account, input your settings, and then you're off to your races. So you need Supabase, sign up for an account. You need to go to OpenAI, sign up for an account, get an API key, connect that to your RAG, and then you also need a Google Drive account, and you need to follow the instructions to connect your Google Service account. It's a little tricky. I'll do another video on how to connect that. Okay, first of all, setting up your Supabase vector store. Now, what it does is it'll take the information and split it into chunks and then store it into your Supabase. So now I'll show you how it works in Supabase. I already created a table. You need to name it documents. And then once you create it, you see that it's got an ID, content, metadata, and embedding vector, right? Now, you don't need to create this yourself. all you need to do is, when you click inside your Supabase vector store, click on Docs, quick start for setting up your vector store. Now you'll see this thing called SQL. What you need to do is copy this, go in there, go to your SQL editor, copy and paste, and run it. Then it'll automatically generate the table for you that you need, so you don't need to manually click it. So all you need to do is that, and then from then on, when you import documents, they'll store your information into Supabase. Alright, so a little bit of a tip is that what I realize is that you can't just upload any document into the vector database and think the AI will understand. How AI works is that it will break your information into what's called chunks, and then it will search based on those chunks. So you need to label your data correctly, and right now the chunk size is 2000, and so every 2000 it will split your document into chunks. And let me explain how that works. Let's say I have some notes, I have a prompt that I want to save. If I just upload this, I realize the AI can't retrieve this information because it doesn't know what it is. So what you need to do is, let's say you copy this. You have to go into your AI and say, hey, I'm saving this information in my vector database with a chunk size of 2000 and overlap of 200. Can you turn it into format for chunking? And then you copy and paste. Now, if you have messages like WhatsApp or Telegram, when you export it, it's got the name and the message, name and the message. So it's labeled very well, so you don't need to do anything there. Okay, so you see, I asked AI to turn this instead of like random chunks into chunk 1, chunk 2. Then when I import it into my Google Drive, it'll chunk properly and it can retrieve the right information. So now you have your Supabase, your vector database is set up with this correct table using the SQL. Your data, you have PDFs, you have all these documents, and for certain documents that are not labeled right, you've passed into AI and you formatted it. That's easy for chunking. Then you have one final step, which is when you want to chat with the AI, sometimes it's got this thing called hallucination. It's not able to read the information that you have. It will say something like, I can't access your personal information, when it does have the information. What you need to do is you need to come into your new RAG agent, click on add options if you don't already see it, and you should see a system message. And this is a specific prompt that's going to help you. You are an AI assistant. When I provide you with data, I expect you to strictly adhere to the information contained in the data and not make any assumptions, So just follow this. I'll include this in the description so you can download this as well and have it for yourself. This makes sure that the AI can read your data properly and give you the correct output. And there you have it. That's all you need to do. Supabase vector store, OpenAI API key, your Google Drive, add the prompt to your AI agent, and then start uploading documents to your Google Drive and start chatting away. So that's how you set up a RAG. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I have a lot more AI content. And if you have any questions, you can join my community. Go to the description below to find my community, and you can ask me any questions if you find any.